areas. Let's now cross over to Kigali, where Eugene Anangwe is based, to get a feel of what a decongested city really looks like. Eugene, thank you so much for joining us. So we understand the public service vehicle organization in Kigali City is top-notch. How different is it from Nairobi cities?
Joy, first of all, let me make a disclaimer. It's not so perfect right here, but probably a few lessons here and there that Kenya can learn from Rwanda. One of the things that I can tell you is that in 2013, there was some radical measures that were taken by the regulator, which is RURA, the regulator actually that regulates public utilities, including public transport, did come up with some stringent measures, and only 3 companies were given, a contract of 5 years in 2013 to offer public transport services here in Rwanda. And during these radical changes, the 14-seater matatus were banned from, plying the routes in the city. And so you cannot be able to see them around here. What we see here are minibuses and the large buses that carry, a huge number of passengers. And other measures that were taken into consideration during this particular period was the fact that it was very strict that no private vehicles or matatu owners were allowed to actually carry out this particular business of public transport. So the transportation of the civilians here in Rwanda is done by 3 major companies that are offering the services of issuing the buses and transporting Rwandans from different parts of the city. Also, it's important to note that here in Rwanda, you cannot be able to alight or actually board a matatu or a bus or a public transport vehicle, so to say, anywhere or wherever you want. So there are designated bus stops which the buses have to leave you from or pick you from there. And we also have one major bus station where people who are moving to Kigali City pick the buses from or alight from if they don't want to alight at different designated bus stops. So there's a lot of discipline here when it comes to public transport. The buses really do comply. There is no over having more passengers than the required number. There is also no conductors. What happens here is that the fares are paid electronically through a system called Tap and Go, and it has worked very effectively, and it makes the public transport very smooth when it comes to the movement. But there are also some downsides of the public transport here. It is not really easy for one to get buses late in the night, and so most of the people who want to move around the city usually opt for taxi motors, as they call them, the motorcycles for transportation. This is what they use to actually move around town, because at certain times of the day or of the night, the public transport is not quite reliable. The only time is that when it comes to transport movement at late hours, we do not have buses doing the
Right. Well, thank you so much, Eugene Anangwe, our correspondent in Kigali City. As you can see, Kigali is one of the most organized cities on the African continent, and maybe a few lessons we can borrow. They've got designated bus stops there, and the discipline there is inevitable because one mistake and you're off the road for good. And maybe that's the kind of law that we need as well to organize our city in Nairobi. But thank you all so much for joining us. We've not been able to air that interview that we did with the Matatu Owners Association chair, that is Simon Kimtai, but we promise to do that tomorrow so you can get a feel of the angle that the Matatu Owners Association are having regarding decongesting the city. They actually say it's not the matatus causing the congestion, it is the privately owned cars where a family with 4 people all drive out into the Central Business District and occupy this parking. And because we have about 17,000 to 18,000 matatus in the Central Business District, that exactly causes too much congestion coupled with the privately owned cars. But we'll air that conversation tomorrow on Business Today. Thank you all for watching. Coming up next is going to be the news in Kiswahili, Mbiu ya KTN. My name is Joy Dorin Bira. Thank you all for watching.